Girl, I want to know your name. All right, enough of the music. I am an artist though, and I'm sensitive about my shit. I said I was going to start performing more often, and I would love for you guys to come and see me. I will keep y'all posted on the dates, but needless to say, that is not why we are here, okay? What I wanted to talk about is legacy. And when you say that word, like, what does it mean to you? What does that look like? And unfortunately, it is very difficult for people in general to just think of like 4 years down the line, 8 years down the line, 16 years down the line. But when we are talking about building generational wealth, that's exactly the mindset that you have to be in. And it's not necessarily normal, especially if you didn't come from a family that actually had those conversations and set you down and talked about the process to get from where you are to where you want to go. I remember there was a generation of like our great great grandmothers and grandfathers, they owned 40 acres. They owned property. They owned all types of businesses and things like that. And then there was a generation who inherited those things. It might have been your parents or your grandparents, and they were able to get 5 acres apiece, especially if there was multiple siblings in the family. And then there was also a gap in the creation of those types of opportunities, right? And so I really want you to think long and hard. What will my legacy be? What are your children going to be able to inherit? What are your grandchildren going to say about you when that time comes? And so these are the moments where you need to be planning and listening and learning how to leverage life insurance. You need to be focused on how you're going to acquire income producing assets. And one of the most foundational things of them all, you need to focus on stabilizing your personal credit so that you will be able to position yourself to secure business funding. These are all things that I really want you to start thinking about, especially if you are a wealth builder. And you, my dear, are a generational cycle breaker. You have been chosen to change the trajectory of your entire family. And I want you to understand that sowing seeds of greatness equals income and impact.